Hi everyone, I'm Maureen Brown, CEO and co-founder of Mosie Baby, and I'm excited to tell you a little bit about Mosie Baby, where we are addressing a large and growing unmet clinical need in the fertility space. Many of you may be aware, many of you may not, that we face a rising global fertility crisis. In the US, as in a number of other countries, there is a serious shortage of reproductive endocrinologists and fertility clinics, often resulting in wait lists for patients of up to 2 years. The problem we are focused on is that fertility protocols in use today were not designed to meet the needs of millions of people struggling to conceive. In fact, unless you have a serious reproductive issue, these protocols are often a form of overtreatment. They're also extremely expensive, invasive, and a logistical nightmare to rearrange your life around the in-clinic visits required. There is a large population of people who've been overlooked in the design of these protocols. Heterosexual couples are having children later in life, single mothers by choice are rising, sperm counts are falling. The stress of timed intercourse is causing men to have 40% of men to have erectile issues simply while trying to conceive. And Gen Z identifies as LGBTQ at twice the rate as millennials, and they need support from the start. So how do we address the needs of these overlooked subpopulations who don't fit the protocols or for whom these protocols are a form of overtreatment? With a patient-centered model that is effective, low intervention, and home-based. It addresses the full range of needs, including the stress of the process itself. The product that unlocks this is our groundbreaking OTC Mosie Baby Home Insemination Kit. The kit contains 2 collection cups for semen collection and 2 specially designed intravaginal insemination syringes, providing 2 insemination attempts per kit. It's incredibly accessible as well at under $100 per attempt. And we've been on the market for a few years, and 97% of our users say it is comfortable and easy to use. We also have the first patent in the United States for a home insemination syringe. We have 2 utility patents, which are defensible and purposeful, and a design patent as well. Oh, well, there were supposed to be thousands of testimonials in front of you there, but and they're cooling up. But I'm most happy to tell you that it works. My husband and I struggled to conceive for years with infertility, and that journey led us to launch Mosie Baby. And then in 2015, we used our own syringe to conceive the first Mosie Baby, our son, who is now a very vibrant 6-year-old. But we are not alone. There are now thousands of Mosie families who have conceived with the Mosie kit. And many of them conceived after spending incredible amounts of money in fertility clinics on failed fertility treatments. We also have a clinical retrospective study that evaluated the use of 350 Mosie kit users, which shows promising success rates indicating non-inferiority with the in-clinic procedure known as intrauterine insemination, or IUI for short. We are quickly becoming the first place families are turning when trying to conceive. In response to this and the needs of the highly fragmented fertility market, we are building an integrated platform anchored by our home insemination kit. We will have additional products, diagnostics, and data-driven care unique to your family building goals. We'll also unlock the ability to streamline referrals to fertility clinics to alleviate pressures for the clinics and provide advanced care for those who need it. Let's take a look at a patient journey here on screen. We see a clear opportunity to intervene earlier to reduce clinical costs and improve outcomes. This is a heterosexual couple's profile here. Now, mind you, 80% of our Mosie users are heterosexual. They are instructed to try intercourse for 12 months prior to unlocking in-clinic insemination. And think about that, that's 12 million cycles a year. And if you're LGBTQ, you gotta get creative really fast or spend a lot of money, because that first in-clinic insemination procedure offered, IUI, is on average about $3,500 per attempt. And it's not beloved by patients or their doctors. This is where we intend to empower patients and their physicians with our first-to-market kit. The fertility market is estimated to be about $45 billion globally. Where we are focused is on this $15 billion subset of home fertility that includes things like pregnancy tests, home diagnostics, supplements, medications, and of course, Mosie. We've evaluated this market and we feel confident that with time and with additional products, we can claim $1 billion of this market share. So we are a unique seed stage medical device company. We've been on the market for a few years. And in fact, we actually created the market in the United States for home insemination. We've sold 100,000 kits since our launch. We did nearly $3 million in revenue last year. And while I know this is a healthcare audience, so you may or may not appreciate this next comment, but Gen Z cites TikTok as one of their top places for healthcare information. And our Mosie Baby hashtag has nearly 50 million views with no ad dollars spent. There is a sincere and genuine interest in our device from the next generation of parents. Let's talk commercialization. Historically, we've been direct to consumer, and we did this strategically. We needed to remove stigma in the market in order to build pathways to widespread adoption in the healthcare channels. Having achieved this, we are now in 500 CVS retail stores, and we've done so well there that we are doubling our store count with them this year. We also have a contract with Walmart secured and 2 other national retailers in the works. And this is just the start. We are in active conversations for a payer pilot and reimbursement in 2024. And with additional clinical research we have planned, we further intend to integrate home insemination, specifically the Mosie Baby kit, into that protocol of care we've been discussing. So let's talk about competition. We are unquestionably the leader in this category, having created it with our first to market advantage, and with our 510(k) clearance this year, we will remain at the forefront. There are a few others following in our footsteps and based on our traction. However, with our strategy, our clinical strategy, regulatory strategy, and our first to market advantage, along with the knowledge that we have having created the space, we will remain at the forefront. Where we're actually focused is on the replacement of this in-clinic insemination procedure, IUI. We are 5% of the costs. We allow people to do this in the home environment, and we alleviate the pressures, as I mentioned before, in the clinic to help them focus on people who need serious care or procedures like IVF. We've had a number of conversations with potential acquirers. Depending on the category of acquirer, their goals may vary. They're all very curious, and we continue to keep the conversations open. So let's talk about growth. As I mentioned, we did nearly $3 million in revenue last year. We will more than double that this year with our retail expansion and with our 510(k) clearance and payer reimbursement strategy. We will drive venture grade growth in 2024 and 2025. And last but not least, team. I have an incredible team that is extremely passionate about building pathways for more people trying to conceive. They're experts in regulatory, medical device, consumer, retail, and the best in reproductive medicine. And we are approaching a Series A. We are open to conversations with strategics and institutional investors. If that's you or you're friends with one, come talk to us. Already with 100,000 kits sold, $8 million generated in total revenue, we will be the only FDA-cleared home insemination kit with the IP, the data, the trajectory, and the knowledge to bring home insemination into the protocols of care for people trying to conceive. Thank you, and I genuinely welcome your feedback and questions.